Hey guys, how's it going? MasterBucks here. Welcome to a video, and today I'm actually going to be reacting to the top 50 highest rated players in FIFA 17. Only a couple of minutes ago, the top 3 players were revealed, but here's the kicker. I don't know what they are. I'm pretty sure I know who the 3 players are, but I don't know what the ratings are. If you follow me on Twitter, then you should know that I've been very, very vocal about who I think should be the highest rated, who I think should be second highest, third, and all that stuff. I've been very vocal about what certain players should be rated, and now finally, we know who the top 3 are, or at least everyone else does except for me. That's why all I'm going to do is to scroll down from 50 to number 1, who the highest rated players are, give you a little bit of input, not necessarily on everybody, but yeah, this is it. This is me reacting to the top 50 players in the game. Here we go. But the 50th highest rated player in the game is 86, which means that if there are 50 players that are 86 rated or higher, I don't know if there's normally been that many super highly rated players right at the start of FIFA before, but 86, that's not a bad benchmark. Payet getting an 86, I thought was mental. I did not expect to see him in the top 50, or I might have expected to see him in the top 50, but being an 86, I did not see that coming. I thought like an 84 or an 85, but fuck, they rate him, or someone at EA Sports is a West Ham fan. Iron Robin at 87, he's been downgraded by a little bit. You've got James Rodriguez, still somehow kept his 87 rating. No fucking idea how. Oh, actually, no, wait, yes I do. That timing of him becoming a FIFA ambassador was fucking spot on. They look after their FIFA ambassadors, and I think we'll find that out when we get toward the bottom. When we get to that top 3, if Messi's not at least tied with the highest rating, then we'll fucking know. They definitely want it, we'll know. Arturo Vidal, again, looks like he's going to be the first player to hit all 80 rated stats, which is a stat that I'm always keeping my eye on because I love a super well-rounded player. Vidal is the man when it comes to that. He's only got 77 pace and 79 dribbling. I think 1 inform card, or maybe a second inform card, and bang, he's 80 across the board. Handanovic is an 87 rated goalkeeper. My God, they've definitely increased goalkeepers. We know that. De Gea's like a 90, Manuel Neuer's a 92. They've been looking after goalkeepers, and they've definitely been looking after centre backs, but Handanovic to be an 87 is mental. I don't even think, like, Julio Cesar at Inter was, that's around about that sort of a rating, so you're talking pretty highly about Handanovic. Di Maria at 87, you've got Sanchez at 87, not sure about that, but anyway, you've got Rakitic at 87, I think that's a pretty decent one as well. Again, maybe a little bit higher than I was expecting. Rakitic has always been very good for Barcelona since going there from Sevilla. But damn, 87, I was not expecting that. Jan Oblak, this is a guy that I definitely think should be like 87. Handanovic, I'm not too sure. This one took me by surprise. Leonardo Bonucci, an 87. Holy shit, what an... I did not expect to see him in the 50s at all. David Alaba, they're starting to finally get onto fullbacks as well and starting to look after fullbacks now. An 87 rating for him. He looks incredible. And again, one of the players knocking on the door of getting to that all 80 rated stats, but his shooting, it's pretty far off, as is his physical. Now, this is a player that I really wanted to talk about. Eden Hazard getting an 88 rating. That is actually a downgrade from his previous card in FIFA 16 where he was like 89 or something. And yet still, I had so many fucking people whining and bitching and complaining on Twitter saying, no, he should still be at least an 89 or maybe in the 90s because of how well he started the Premier League season. Did you fucking watch the last Premier League season? Man was fucking woeful. It was garbage. I thought Newcastle had some bad attitude problems and like a bad mental aptitude and stuff like that. This guy, he took the fucking cake for the worst of that. It blows my mind how some people thought just because he's had a decent-ish Euros and he's had a hot start to the Premier League, he shouldn't have been downgraded. No, even being a FIFA 17 fucking like ambassador was not going to save him from getting a downgrade. 88, I can live with though. Petr Cech's got an 88 rating as well. Again, how old is he? And yet he's still got such a ridiculously high rating. It's insane. He can't stop Coutinho though, and to be fair, you know, Bill from Sunday League could easily have saved those free kicks. And speaking of legendary goalkeepers, even Gianluigi Buffon, 26 on the list. He's 88 rated. What a freaking superstar. He's still bossing it. He's like fine wine, that guy. As is Iniesta. Royce at number 25 is 88 as well. Now cracking on into the 20s, and this was one that I absolutely did not see coming at all. Pepe at 88. I was surprised by the Bonucci to 87. Pepe at 88 got me out of fucking nowhere. Pepe, I will not deny, has had a superb last season. He absolutely has. Winning the Euros, and he was a real crucial part of that team to winning the Euros. Obviously, Portugal, considering the team they had better have been fucking sound defensively, and he was leading them from the back. But an 88 rating, I just did not fucking see. Like, what was he at the start of FIFA 6? I need to know. He was 84 at the start. He's had a +4 increase. That is... Yeah, either centre-backs are getting really well looked after, or again, there's a fucking big Real Madrid / Portugal fan at the goddamn EA offices, because 88 is mental. I would have thought like an 86 or maybe even an 87, just etching in front of PK. The fact that PK isn't in the top 50 is absolutely woeful. It's ridiculous. Higuain, the second most expensive player of the window, an 88 rating. I'm not too surprised by that with the incredible form that he's in, or at least in the league. Definitely not for Argentina, though. Oh, we don't talk about that. This man as well, Pogba, again, I thought for a second that he was going to maybe potentially be 80s all across the board, but the defending, unfortunately, they've let him down there. 5-star skill moves for Paul Pogba. That is beautiful to see. They didn't give it to Zlatan, unfortunately. I know that's upset a lot of people, but Pogba with 5-star skills, I'll take that. Sergio Ramos at 89, I'm not surprised by that either. I thought he might have even been a chance of getting into the 90s. I think he's right up there with Boateng. Thibaut Courtois is 89 rated. Now that's one that's got me by surprise. I thought at least, even with the buff that keepers were getting, he'd be like 87, 88, because for some weird reason, I just don't have Thibaut Courtois in like my top 3 goalkeepers in the world. I mean, you've got Neuer, you've got De Gea, obviously, but I don't know. For him to be the 3rd highest rated goalkeeper, I'm not too sure. Maybe eventually, but I don't know. It just feels a bit early. Mesut Ozil, can't be surprised about that. The assist machine. Sergio Aguero, can't be surprised about that. The fucking goal machine, even with how injured he was last season. And now we've made it to the top 10, and I'm fucking getting excited because I swear to God, I have not seen Messi, I've not seen Ronaldo, and I've not seen Neymar. But David De Gea at 90 is the 2nd highest rated goalkeeper, just under Neuer. I think it won't be too long until De Gea has probably overtaken Neuer whenever he eventually drops off Neuer, but who knows when that's going to happen, if ever. Lewandowski at 90, can't argue with that. Again, he's got 2 hat-tricks in his first 2 games in the league or something. It's incredible. Boateng, best defender in the world, arguably, right there with Sergio Ramos, so no surprises there. Ibrahimovic at 90, for some reason I didn't see coming. I thought maybe he was still going to be high 80s, but 90? Bang, I'll take that. Bale looks fucking amazing. The pace is incredible. The dribbling, the shooting, the passing. It's ridiculous. I mean, if the weak foot was a bit better, that'd been great, but for a 90 rated player, I mean, that is incredible. And then the final 2 players before we get into the top 3, Manuel Neuer at 92, the highest rated goalkeeper in the world. And then Luis Suarez, 92 rated. And the man is arguably the best striker in the world right now. Deserves a 92. Honestly, if I could vote for the Ballon d'Or, I'd probably vote for Luis Suarez. I'm not even joking. Man scores goals for fun. It's bullshit how ridiculously good he is right now. But ladies and gentlemen, we have made it. Rank 3, 2, 1. Who is going to be the highest rated player? Is it going to be a tie? Is it going to be Messi? Is it going to be Ronaldo? It's surely not going to be Neymar, but the time to find out. And I swear to God, I don't know if it's coming across. And I don't know why I'm so excited. It's just a fucking number. But for some reason, I'm just so invested in this. All right, here we go. The announcement was about a half hour ago. It's time I scroll down. Here we go. Expecting Neymar. Neymar, 92 rated. Here we go. Oh, I've scrolled down too far. Messi, he's 93, which means that Ronaldo he's 94. Cristiano Ronaldo is the highest rated player in FIFA 17. What a fucking joke. This is fucking incredible. No, that's just not fucking right at all. Neymar is still 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves with incredible dribbling. The pace is there. He just looks like he's going to be a joy to play with. Messi, 93 rated again. So he's gotten a downgrade then. That's interesting. Surprised by that, considering all that he did this year. And I don't know how he's been able to get a downgrade. I know he's got very high standards, but fuck, a downgrade, okay. And Cristiano Ronaldo getting a 94, so he's been increased from, was he 92 at the start of FIFA 16? I gotta have a look. No, okay, he was 93. Okay, so Ronaldo's gotten an increase, and Messi has gotten a downgrade. Alright then, I will tell you exactly why Ronaldo has now topped Messi as the highest rated player in FIFA. It's because EA are salty. They're still crying that they've lost their boy on the FIFA cover. No, just because Messi doesn't want to be on it anymore, they're like, fuck this, we're giving the top spot to Ronaldo. I have said on Twitter many times that there is no fucking way that you can say right now, at the moment, this player is better than this player. You cannot say that Messi is better than Ronaldo right now, and you can't say that Ronaldo is better than Messi right now. You just can't fucking do it. Individually, Messi has had a much better year than Ronaldo has. He's scored more goals, he's got more assists, and I think he's actually the leading goal scorer and the leading assister in the world right now, I think, in football this entire year, in the entirety of 2016. He's won a La Liga, he's won the Domestic Cup as well, he's done incredibly in Spain, unfortunately got knocked out in the Champions League, and again, how unfortunate that he lost in a final again with Argentina. The 4th one that he's taken them to, he's fucking leading them to water time and time again, and unfortunately cunts like bloody Higuain don't know how to fucking drink. Meanwhile, Cristiano Ronaldo, again, another incredible year by his standards, especially had a really hot start to last season and sort of dropped off a little bit toward the end of the season, but again, who cares when he goes on and wins the UEFA Champions League? I fucking fucked up the pronunciation of UEFA, I'm sorry. When he goes on and wins the Champions League and gets a Euro in there as well. And I normally don't mention this, but because it always comes up every time Messi makes it to a final with Argentina or maybe even sometimes with Barcelona and they don't pull through, they always say, well, what about the individual performance of Messi, of Ronaldo in the final? It always comes up. I'll fucking tell you right now that Ronaldo in the final, if it's so important how he plays, he didn't fucking do shit in the UEFA Champions League final, and he definitely didn't do fucking shit in the Euro final, but obviously that wasn't his fault. He ran around for 20 minutes, didn't have too much of an influence, and then he got injured because Payet went in for a tackle. And if we do want to be fair here, then we do have to be critical of his performance in the final game. And Ronaldo, in both of those finals, did absolute fuck all. He scores the winning penalty after doing literally nothing throughout the entire game, but that's what history is going to remember. It's fucking incredible, man. Football fans are a fickle fucking bunch, and they have the shortest memories in the world. I ended up putting a poll out on Twitter a couple of weeks after club competitions had ended, asking who was the better player, Messi or Ronaldo. Messi absolutely dominated that poll. And then, after Messi made it to a final with Argentina, but they went out on penalties, and after Ronaldo made it to the final with Portugal, got injured, didn't play in the final, but they won through extra time, I asked the same question. And this was the result of the poll that time. How fucking fickle can you be? It's bullshit how you're telling me like 20 to 30% of the football populace just completely changed their mind after that. It's unbelievable. It's hype. It's incredible. There is no way that right now you can say Messi is better than Ronaldo or that Ronaldo is better than Messi. I think they both deserve to be 94. That is what I'm saying right now. I think Ronaldo definitely deserved an increase, or maybe at least not an increase, but if not an increase, then yeah, sure. Say that Messi has gone down a bit because maybe he hasn't had his best season ever. And to be 94 rated, that's what you need to be. You need to be playing your best ever football, and Messi has certainly played better, but he's not playing terribly. He's had a fucking great year. He's the highest scorer, highest assister. It's mental, man. It's absolutely mental. But I know I'm going to get a lot of Real Madrid and a lot of Barcelona fanboys battling it out in the comments, but all I want you guys to let me know, do you think that these ratings are fair? And just tell me, what would you give Messi? What would you give Ronaldo? Because to me, personally, I would both have them at 94. I think that's fair. I think Messi not getting the same rating as Ronaldo, or Ronaldo being a little higher than Messi, is just... It's a little bit of, oh, he's not on your cover anymore, EA Sports. Oh, too bad. Oh, no, why is he not on my cover anymore? Oh, fuck you. Ronaldo's the highest rated player now, bitch. Fuck that. Oh my God, I haven't even realized. I haven't even gone to Twitter. I need to take a look to see the EA Sports Twitter because some of the replies should be gold. Here we go then. This is the tweet announcing Cristiano as the highest rated player. Let's scroll down then. Payet has better passing than Messi in FIFA 17, and the GIF, of course, accordingly fitting. Laughing my ass off, Messi better. Messi fanboys covering their eyes in shock. Well deserved. Bullshit should be the same. Idiots, such salt. I mean, come on, Ronaldo, get upgraded even with one of his worst seasons. Now, even that's a little bit bullshit. I mean, come on. Ballon d'Or equals downgrade. Shaking my head. That's another very fucking good, smart tweet. And again, only because Ronaldo won the Euros and Champions League, but he was shit in both. Actually, you know, I'm only remembering something, a stat that I heard yesterday. Something I heard about the only teams that Ronaldo scored against in the Champions League last season. All 8 of those teams are no longer in the Champions League. Shows you exactly the sort of player that Ronaldo is. Fucking big game player, mate. You know it. But that is it for me, guys. That's it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're a Ronaldo fan or a Messi fan or you disagree with anything that I say in this video, please try not to be too butthurt. And let's see if we can have a genuine debate in the comments because you already know 94-94. They're my ratings for both players. Let me know what you think as well. Until the next video, guys, my name's MasterBucks. Don't forget to like and subscribe and have a good one.